Hi, how are ya?
You must be this tall to do the quest line.
What?
Sorry, it's a safety thing.
What if I just... How about now?
I can't see why not.
Ladies, gentlemen, and tarnished of all ages, if you want to complete every part of this game, then you have to try seriously hard. This is essentially an entire open world with Souls game level design. If you don't scour every single corner, you can easily miss something important, like, an entire potential ending of the main story campaign locked behind an obscure questline that at one point requires you to have 37 intelligence regardless of your build.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Look, hey, I know I don't have the answers. I didn't design the quest, but know right here and now, the reward for completing this questline is the T-pose gesture, which is honestly worth it all by itself, and then the Goldmaks Armor Set along with the Mending Rune of Perfect Order, literally offering an ending to the game based on this questline's singular gigantic lore drop. The cost to completing this questline, you must have 37 intelligence, or be willing to trade 2 larval tears so that you can respec to have 37 intelligence for a short time and then go back to your regular build afterwards.
Oh, and a quick tip from me, if you don't want to burn 2 larval tears on this, you can use the Grafted Blade Greatsword, you can use Marika's Sword Seal for plus 5 int, the Stargaze Railing for plus 5 int, you can put on the Twin Sage Glintstone Crown for plus 6 int, you can rune arc up with Godric's in order for another plus 5 int, the Grafted Blade Greatsword Special is another plus 5 all stats, so plus 5 int, you can drink the Wondrous Physic that gives you plus 10 int, and all that together is to say you can get plus 36 int without having to respec, so if that's enough, well, that's something for you to consider. And yes, it is the best armor set in the game. Anyway, back to Cotton.
If you are far into the game and have not touched this questline yet, it is actually impossible to break it before you beat the final boss of Crumbling Fair Missoula. Once that boss is dead, however, the questline is over one way or another. Starting at the beginning then, the first time that you travel to the Round Table Hold, you will come across a nice chap by the name of Brother Corhyn. This lovely lad simply wants to teach you the glory of the Golden Order. As you progress, Brother Corhyn will tell you about how you will soon be leaving the Round Table in search of a noble scholar known as Goldmask. Once you reach the Altus Plateau region of the game, Brother Corhyn will have left. The next place that you find him is right by the place where you pick up the map for the Altus Plateau, just along the highway north from the Grand Lift. You may notice that I don't have a Corhyn here, I have his things, his belongings. This is to point out that, as strange as it is, Brother Corhyn is actually fully unnecessary to this questline if you know what you need to do to complete it. He is more just a guide, an informational tool. He gives no further reward within the questline, more so serving as a translator for the main man of the show. So, if you have come to this spot a bit later on and found him dead, don't fret, this questline is still totally doable. All you will lose is some dialogue that I will be summing up for you here, along with any of the incantations that Corhyn sells. If Corhyn is alive, he will tell you that he is searching for the noble Goldmask. At this point, you can find Goldmask on the northern Great Bridge right at the tip before it breaks off. If you go back to Corhyn after seeing him and tell him about this, then he will go stand by Goldmask on the bridge in an attempt to become his student. Once you reach Lindell, the capital city, both of them will move. This movement will happen even if you have done none of the prior steps or talked to either of them beforehand, so if you really want, you can even start the quest from this step. It is all just context leading up to an inevitable event before you can eventually have an effect on it all. In Lindell, head to the West Capital Rampart site of Grace, and then go down past the Gargoyle Dude, and instead of going up the branch, just go across the bridge, then up towards the Duelist enemy, and then left when the terrain starts to ramp upwards. Follow this all the way to the end, and you will find Goldmask standing on a rock, doing a very basic yoga pose. If you walk up to him and talk, you'll find that he is simply too busy thinking about the Golden Order to talk to you. Given that the player is also sort of mute, it makes for a bit of bland dialogue. If Brother Corhyn is still alive, he will serve as the translator, and he will tell you that Goldmask has reached a dilemma in his calculations about the Golden Order. It is founded on the concept that Marika is the one true god, but Radagon's name has come up. Who really was Radagon? Goldmask will not move until he knows. However, if Corhyn is dead, simply follow the steps that I tell you now and you're still a-okay. First things first, you have to defeat the boss in the big building at the top of this tree. It is a main progression boss. If you have defeated it, you'll know. If you don't know, then you probably haven't defeated it. Afterwards, go to the Erdtree Sanctuary Site of Grace, which is up there. Run over to the balcony and then up this tree route, out the door to the side, jump up over to the roof and then back in the window. Follow around the edge until you get to another tree route, then atop that lays the Golden Order Principia, a prayer book that allows you to learn a spell called Law of Regression. Unfortunately, to actually use this incantation, you need to have 37 intelligence, so this is the wall that I mentioned earlier. Bring this incantation prayer book to any faith teacher, my personal go-to is the Dog Pope, and learn this incantation. Go back to the Erdtree Sanctuary Site of Grace, then immediately left, head down the path and then the elevator that it leads to. Then out at the bottom of the elevator, you will find a statue of Radagon. Read a message on the floor to find the hint that would have otherwise led you here. Regression alone reveals secrets. Cast Law of Regression upon the statue and watch it transform into a statue of Marika. Read the message that shows up on the floor, revealing the complex truth. Radagon is Marika. They are the same person. Return to Goldmask on the same cliff to share with him this information. He will give you the bountiful T-pose gesture, which simply never stops giving. Corhyn will simply say that Goldmask agrees with your answer. After this, feel free to change back to your regular build. This next step isn't required so much as just a little bit of flavor, but with the rest of these steps complete, the player can once again find Goldmask and Brother Corhyn in the mountaintop of the Giants region on this bridge by the Stargazer runes. Goldmask won't say anything, but if Corhyn is there, he will tell you that he believes that Goldmask is starting to question the founding beliefs of the Golden Order, which obviously is causing a lot of inner strife for Corhyn, as his own connection to the Golden Order is as strong as his willingness to follow Goldmask. The final step to this quest involves finishing the mountaintops of the Giant region, and then also the crumbling Farum Azula region. So to finish this off, make sure you beat the big boss of Farum Azula. Once you are at this point in the story, you will return to Lindell, only now, look away if you don't want to be spoiled, it is the City of Ash, completely redefining the landscape. From here, from the first site of Grace, head directly south until you reach this staircase. Instead of going up, go down beside it to find a side path across a bridge and a branch, continue up this to the left a little bit to find the body of Goldmask, along with the mending rune of perfect order. While unfortunately dead, he seems to have finally finished his calculations to reveal why he has been so deep in thought the entire time. Upon his corpse, you will find the mending rune of perfect order, which he believed to correct all of the faults within the Golden Order's original system. Quite simply, this mending rune unlocks an entire branch of ending the main story of Elden Ring. And if you so choose, you can use this to bring about Goldmask's will onto the world. Without this rune, and therefore without this questline, you could never experience this alternate ending, and that in itself makes this a very interesting questline worth checking out. After all, an ending of the game locked behind having 37 of a specific statistic. After picking this up, refresh at the site of Grace and walk back over to find Goldmaks Armor Set minus the mask. It is very, very low on fabric, and as someone who appreciates it when an armor set is equally as skimpy for men as it is for women, this is fantastic. If you want to get the mask as well, head over back to that North Great Bridge of Altus Plateau where he is first meetable in the game, but go to the broken section that you can reach from this rock to the east. You will find a mask on a corpse in the lower bridge platform. And with that, the Goldmask questline is complete. The full Goldmaks Armor Set is acquired, and the mending rune of perfect order is in your pocket for an alternate game-ending choice. Also, you can T-pose on a motherfucker at will, which gives you great power. I've been Cotton Dinosaur from RageGamingVideos, and this has been your guide to the Brother Corhyn and Goldmask questline. Are you going to try to bring this ending to fruition, or are you just here for the gesture and the armor set? Like if you like the video, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more, and most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, stay sweet.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.